Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. It's VM Campos. We might as well get started. Let's see if everything looks good here. My volume seems to be good for my voice. Can you hear me? Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. My camera looks good. Is it aimed properly? Sure. And YouTube seems to show everything is A-OK. I've announced the stream in various places. So I guess we're ready to get started. So welcome again. So this is going to be a stream for Rivals of Ixalan. And this is going to be the last stream before the big wipe. Magic Arena is about to transition to an open beta. Right now, only the cool kids could get into gameplay for Magic Arena. Now, everyone will be able to become a cool kid starting next Thursday, I think, or Friday. So I'm going to do one final stream. I'll probably do some more streams, actually, but before the final wipe, we'll get started. Now, also, while I am streaming, I'm also going to plug my Patreon account. If you look on the bottom right corner, let me see my pointer. Yep, on the bottom left corner, down on the bottom left corner, all the way on the bottom left corner, you're going to see a link to patreon.com/vmcampos. If you go to my Patreon, sign up for a $2 Patreon. What you will get is every month I will send you some vintage Magic cards, crazy old cards that will work great for your commander decks, such as this one right here. This is Aether Spout. This is a blue enchantment for 3 mana and 1 blue. You get an enchantment, and it reads, Summon spells cannot be played. So this automatically cancels all creature summoning spells. Furthermore, any player may pay 4 life to destroy Aetherstorm. So, as a blue player in a multiplayer commander game, if you've got 4 mana, you can lock down everyone from playing a creature unless they pay 4 life. If you've got more than one of these on the field, even more devastating. Well, you can get one of these for your very own if you go down there to the Patreon link down there and become a patron, a contributor. Well, I'll talk more about cool Magic vintage cards that you could get as the stream goes on. Let's do some gameplay. So I'm going to do some quick draft Rivals of Ixalan. I like Ixalan. It was the first 2 block set that I really got into after getting back into Magic last year. I started with Hour of Devastation, and I like that aesthetic as well, but I feel like Rivals of Ixalan is my set after getting back into Magic. Alright, so I'm going to pay my gem, or my gold. 5,000. I've got a little bit of gold laying around. All right, pack one, pick one. What do we have here? Just as a quick browse, we've got a negate, we've got a flyer, we've got Storm the Vaults. This is the one that deals with artifacts. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage, create a colorless treasure. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 5 or more artifacts. I don't know, that might be fun. Well, this is just going to be a big artifact creation engine. What can you do with that? This pack has no artifacts. Now, it does have a flyer. In this format, a flyer could be good. Let's go with a flyer. Then we've got a Martyr, a Glorifier, an Artifact, an Unblockable Merfolk if there are dinosaurs. A famished paladin that needs life gain, and you've got the conquistador that brings the whole crew, and a big old 3/1 dino. Or a pirate that makes treasure. A lot of good choices. And then I really like the neck breaker, but I need to be in black and red. Let's go with the Martyr, because then you get another creature if it dies. Cleansing Light, destroy target vampire. Or some artifacts, negate, there's another negate. Maybe I'll go with blue and white. Admiral's Orders, no one wanted that rare card. Raid, if you attack with a creature this turn you may pay blue. And then counter target spell. So that assumes... Nah. Okay, Squire's Devotion, that's an aura or a big flyer. Let's go with a big flyer. Or the Pride, which is an instant, or draw cards. Let's go with the flyer. Hornswoggle, another Cleansing Ray. Recovery of Evolving Soul. Counter target creature spell. I can go with a creature or a soul. Let's go with a soul. Unblockable Mist Herald. Let's go with that. Dark Inquiry, I always love that, but we'll go with another soul. Protean Raider. Raid. If you attack, you may have Protean enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. That's really cool, but it'd have to go with blue and red, and I don't know if I'm doing anything with red. Nothing stands out in red. Although we have here the Sprinter. Yeah, let's go with a Protean, and maybe I'll do some red. And back to this. No one wanted to storm the vault, and no one wanted that negate. Okay, I'll take a negate. Here, no one wanted these. We'll go with that 3-1. And destroy there. Grab some cards. I like here the Gruesome Fate, but I'll take a creature and recover. Okay, back to Profane Procession in black and white enchantment. Exile target creature, then if there are 3 or more exile cards, transform it, and then put a creature exiled, exile target creature. That's really fun, but needs a lot of mana. Besides that, River, Wise Augur. Okay, the Chupacabra. I gotta get that Chupacabra. For at least if no one else gets it. I love that critter. Then we've got Dark Inquiry. I love that card. A huge dinosaur. Snubhorn. Sea Legs. Bombard. In a limited game, Dark Inquiry could be good. Over here we've got a Flyer 2-1 or a Menace 2-2. Plummet. What do we go with? We've also got the Crashing Tide. I like these 3. The Corsair, the Tide, the Vampire, even the Ceratops. Let's go with Ceratops. We've got a black and white land, Brass's Bounty, no one wanted that. Now that's going to synergize with that other card earlier. But anyway, then go with another soul. Hornswoggle, Spirewinder, the Deadeye. Return target creature. You get a 3-2 and a return target creature. Or we can get a 2-3 flyer. Let's go with a flyer. Hornswoggle again. Dark Inquiry again. Another Dark Inquiry. Sure. And here, Dino or 1-3. Let's go with a 1-3 for blockage. Barrier, Blazing Hope, Sanguine, Glorifier. Are we going with a blue, white, red? Blue, white, black? Sure. And I guess I'll take someone's dino, and no one wanted anything from here. And the harness. Okay, pack 3. Boneyard Parlay. Exile up to 5 target creature cards from graveyards. An opponent separates them. Put all cards from the pile of your choice into the battlefield, and the rest. So exile up to 5 creature cards from graveyards. That assumes dead things in the graveyard. We've got the Pirate's Cutlass, which I love, or the Queen's Commission, or destroy targeting attacking creature. It's going to be creature heavy, perhaps, so we want that. Deathless Ancient, I like that. There's an Opt. Water Trap Weaver. Let's go with the Ancient for a flyer. No one wanted Tishana. Fine. Vicious Conquistador. Anointed Deacon. Maybe they'll leave the Deacon and I can get another Deacon. Shadowed Caravel. A Flying Dinosaur. Dive Down. The 3/3 Vigilance Explorer. We've got a Spell Pierce. Dual Shot. Otepec, I love that. In other decks, Legion Conquistador, or the Headwater Sentry. I don't have any other Legion guys, right? Sentry. Spreading Rot, or the Brute. Do I want to destroy a land or draw cards? Let's draw cards. Favorable winds. I have some flyers, right? And that's only 2. That'd be cool. Then there's the Revel in Riches. No one wanted that. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, create a token. If I've got 10 or more treasures, you win the game. I like a lot of things here, but let's go with Favorable Winds. The Ruse, exile a creature, it comes back in. There's another Deacon, cool. Here, all red, I don't care about that. And then the Sentinel, that's playable. Over here, Headwater for consistency, nothing here. I guess I like the Hijack, but there's a creature. And Bronto. Alright, so let's start to build our deck. Now, let's pause for a moment to look at another vintage Magic card. So, what do we have here? This is Stormseeker. This is one of these weird old cards that they don't really print anymore because of the color pie. This is way back from 4th edition, 1995. For 4 mana, 3 and a green, you get an instant. Stormseeker deals 1 damage to target player for each card in his or her hand. Direct damage from green. What sorcery is this? Not a sorcery, an instant. So for 4 mana, green, instant, you deal damage to the opponent based on their cards in hand. So again, all of these cards are Commander legal because they're so old. And imagine you playing your Commander games, and then suddenly you do 4 damage to an opponent because they've got 4 cards in hand. Or better yet, you blast that opponent with a Reliquary Tower on the field with 12 lands. Amazing. All right, let's check our build here. First of all, We're going to remove any of those dinosaurs and red cards. Okay. Plains Island Swamp, is that going to be doable? 52 cards. Deathless Ancient, Canal Monitor, Anointed Deacon, Soul, Pterodon, Shining, Imperial, Bright, Gilded Sentinel, forget it. What are we doing here again? 21 creatures, that's good. Spire, Prized, 2 Sentries, Glorifier, Strider Harness, Recover, try creature card from your graveyard. Any creature card, good. Draw a card. Dark Inquiry, nasty. Draw cards. Flyer, Guardian, 2 negates, wins. Okay, what are my flyers again? For my flyers, how many flyers do I have? Is it worth it to have those wins? There's 1 flyer. 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, I've got enough flyers. 49 cards, 21 creatures, 11 non-creatures. Let's go with this. Let's see what we get with this. I'm not the best player at draft, but I want to have fun. So I've got some things. I've got some creatures, lots of creatures. I don't have a lot of removal. I don't know if there was very many in the pack. I don't have something like Walk the Plank. That would have been amazing. But it's Ixalan block, so Walk the Plank doesn't work on a lot of these merfolks. So let's do our first match, our first game. All right, let's go for it. I usually don't play 3 colors. Let's see how we do here. I don't play 3 colors normally with Constructed, or worse with Draft. So we are battling a Johnny, also known as Tibetanzik Prime. Tibetanzik Prime. Okay, so I got a Spell Pierce. 2 lands. I don't know. With three colors, I don't think that's good. I would have loved that Spell Pierce. Then we get 3 lands over here plus a negate and a favorable wins. What does negate do again? Non-creature spell. Yeah, let's go with this. Not really amazing now that I think about it. Okay, and 1 more land. Sure. Tap land, good. Blue. Say hello, Gracie. Alright, Amulet. That means they don't have another land. Oh no, there it is. And they're going to sack it to go get another land. Was that an amazing play? Because they have 3 lands now. I think that was an amazing play. I am dead because I'm pessimistic. Okay, well at least I can start to negate something. Let's hold off on that to negate. Okay, non-creature spell. Yes. You've got your land. Mm-hmm. 3 lands. That was a creature, so I couldn't negate it. Okay, fine. So we're getting close to our first creature. And I've got a negate in hand. What's coming up? And my sentry's not really amazing against that barrier, but then I'll have my own wall. Then if I can get my 1 white mana, or however little bit I have, I can get that Ceratops. Pterodon Knight. Okay, so now we've got something here. 2, 3. Okay, I'll get my 2, 3 out, and then I'll get my favorable winds out. And then I'll have a 3, 4 flyer. Right, so we're dealing with red and white critters. We've got the knight. This one has when it attacks, if you've got a dinosaur, it gets +1. Fine. No blocks on that. Ooh, nice. Alright, so once I get my winds out, then I'll have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll have 7 in the air. Snubhorn, cool. Okay, now I've got a flyer there. Yeah, I guess I'll take out their knight. Now, do they have any combat tricks? Let me psych them out here. I'm selecting that. Yes, it is a flyer. It will take you out. Do you have a combat trick? You're looking at your knight. Your Tilonali's knight versus your Pterodon knight. While you're looking at it, okay, I guess. No tricks? Okay, good, no tricks. That's fine. Because then, here's my trick. Alright, then I've got a nice blocker here. How far are they from ascend? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with a land, 9 with something else. And I just need 1 white mana to get a dino. And it enrages, I gain 2 life. Bishop, that's a good one. I don't think I have any way to get rid of that bishop. +1/+1, and I've got a blocker. Oh, yes. Alright, so how do we get out of this stalemate? I need one of my other flyers. They're starting to build a board presence. And they've ascended, so that's a 3 now. I've got my own Snubhorn. This is going to be a this is going to be a stalemate for a moment. So let's see how it goes. And we have a brand new participant. Welcome. How are you? We're playing a little bit of Magic Arena, drafting before the big wipe where we lose everything in our account. And I'm currently doing it. Okay, Explore. They're going to get their Explore, of course, because of bad luck. There we go. Of course. Okay, so now they've got a 4/4. Still a stalemate. So how do we break through this? Oh, with a flyer. But I don't have another white mana. Yep, they've got a lot of board presence. I don't know if I can pull out of this properly. Oh, yes I can. I haven't had anything to negate. I always think negate is going to be an incredible card, but I keep confusing it with simply cancel. Now, I know that people have used negate on me perfectly throughout the years, but I don't know, I just never... Ooh, that one's good. Alright, so this is going to do something weird, right? This is going to become a big old powerful 5-4. Are you sure you want to do that? You're going to come at me with a 5-4. That's fair, but then you're going to lose your bishop. Fine. Fine. Because I got my flyer back. Plus another. 7 in the air. That was not a good move. Sorry about that, Taibe Tanchik. You should not have attacked with your bishop. It was too good. It wasn't strong enough. And you're going to +2 it. Nah. We have one more card, and oh, okay, that one's a good one. Anyway, we're in the air. This is game over. We're doing 12. 4 times 3, 12. We're doing 12 in the air. Good game. But this will reveal what you wanted. Okay, this is nice, but you're not going to be able to get it in time. Drop that. Because that's 12 in the air. Okay, those flyers really, really helped. Okay, cool. Let's pause for another vintage magic card. Alright, this is a classic one. I love this one. This is in my memory. So I used to play Magic back in the day, back in the 90s. No, I don't have a Black Lotus. I missed the early Magic times. I was more in this era right here, 1995. This is from 4th edition. This is the 4th core set. This is an Emerald Dragonfly, art by Quentin Hoover, one of my favorite Magic artists of all. He's got a really cool, fun, cartoony type of style, but still detailed. Now, this is kind of an underpowered card. It's kind of interesting, though. For 1 and a green, you get a flying 1/1 creature. Now, there are very few flying green creatures nowadays, right? They have reach, but apparently the color pie doesn't have a lot of green flyers anymore. For 2 mana, you have a 1/1 flyer. Put some pants on it, some enchantments, and then you've got something going on. Now, this is interesting here also. You can give this First Strike by paying 2 green mana, activated ability, First Strike. That's fun, that's weird. And then the flavor text. Flittering, wheeling, darting in to strike, and then gone just as you blink. Dragonfly Haiku, Poet Unknown. Back when they had different styles of flavor text. But this card could be yours if you subscribe to my Patreon. For $2 a month, you will get a variety of vintage Commander legal cards. Great fun for your casual, at-home Commander matches, such as a little Dragonfly with First Strike in green. Amazing. Alright, next game. Okay, that one turned out better than I thought it would have. I'm happy. Okay, so on my quest here, today's quests are 20 white or green spells, 30 black or red spells, and just for playing 250. Okay, so I've gotten one. Actually, I should have thought a moment. What was useful, what was not. Those flyers were amazing, and the favorable winds were even more amazing. And now I'm dealing with Oberst Kantig, which is apparently a grinder in this. Okay, horrible. What is going on here with this algorithm? Horrible. One blue mana? Are you kidding me? Are you trying to have me concede? That was worthless. Okay, here we go. Now we've got favorable winds again, Chupacabra. That's a lot of devotion to black, but okay, we'll go with this. And then we get another mana, sure. So we'll start with an unblockable Merfolk. Those are annoying. Going with red, and no direct damage on that yet. Fine. Are they saving it? A 2/2. Alright. We've got a Spell Pierce. non-creature spell. Now we don't need that. Sure. Okay. Not good. Not good. Okay, this is game over. So you need to know that it's game over the moment that you're not getting any. Now, obviously, Tournament Grinder here, they did the classic. This is so game over. Why am I even proceeding? Alright, that was horrific. Let's look at another card here. We have, okay, interesting. This is from 5th edition, 1997. We've got Updraft. For 1 and a blue, instant. Target creature gains flying until end of turn, and then draw a card at the beginning of the next turn. So you can give your creature flying, and you draw a card. Now these are the old slow trips. You might know a cantrip is a card that gives you another card. You draw another card. Back in the day, that was way too powerful. So they had slow trips, in that you cast your card now and you get your card later during your opponent's turn. Now it's an instant, so you can cast it during your opponent's turn, give your creature flying to block, let's say, and then draw 2 cards on your turn. Cool. Flavor text. Come one, come all. This rock shall fly from its firm base as soon as I. Sir Walter Scott, the Lady of the Lake. So back when they had like real world flavor text. And then look at this art. What's up with this art? This is from John Matson. I never understood what was up with this guy. It's like some naked guy with like a growth on his neck. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, that's classic Magic cards. All right, let's see if we can do a better match over here. That was horrific. There was like a 1/1 merfolk, like worthless. So that was a horrible match, just like devastating. And let's see if we get anything better over here. Now, maybe this is me being paranoid. The first match was against a bronze player. Now I'm playing with another silver player, so this must be a real player. And my paranoia is that the first match allowed me to win so that I can continue to play. Now right here, it's obviously going to be a sacrificial raptor. So obviously they have something in hand. They did their raid. I'm starting to not get any mana, so I'm worried about that. That's the first strike, so... So obviously... nothing. Direct damage. Fine. Alright, so I'm not getting any lands, but we'll do an inquiry over here. Divine Verdict, or a flyer. It has to block, so we'll get rid of that. No more lands for them, but I need a land as well. All right, let's look at another vintage Magic card. So we've got here the Wall of Air, so classic. Now this is the newer art. Now that's funny to say that because this card is 20 years old, 21 years old. This is from 1997. This is a 5th edition card, and it's the new art because starting with, I guess, Alpha Edition, the very, very first Magic set, it had a certain art. A lot of cards were redrawn for 5th edition. So between 93 and 97, there was a certain art for many cards. Then they changed the art, the card art in 97. So we get this by Richard Kane Ferguson. So what it is for 3 mana, 1 blue, you get a 1/5 flying wall. So a very cool defender for only 3 mana. This would go great in your commander deck because for only 3 mana you've already got a blocker and it can do a little damage. It's a defender. And that epic art. Look at that epic Richard Kane Ferguson art. Some of the best vintage art in existence. Okay, let's work on that deck a little bit because that was just embarrassing. The problem, of course, is to... where do we go for this? The problem, of course, is that it's too many cards. I guess we'll lean toward... Well, let's get rid of those freaking negates. That's not doing anything. Let's get rid of all the counter spells. That worked one time, but that favorable winds was good. Do we really want all those dark inquiries? I guess not. Forget recover. Chupacabra, Deacon, Monitor. Okay, let's see how that goes. That was just embarrassing. Okay, come on, one more win. I never do that well in draft anyway. But the cool thing is that last week, if you were here, I kind of did pretty well, amazingly. And now, okay, so we have 2 mana, but not the colors we need yet. Do we want to go with this? Nah. 2 mana in a limited format, I don't know. So we got 2 mana again, but then the wrong color. So, come on, don't even... Don't even play with that. You are not doing any amazing strategy, Vapo, by dropping your land after your attack. Don't even try that, please. Okay, great. So this is game over. They're already like got their whole combo, and then if I don't get a land, I'm quitting because, yeah, you can't do limited with you can't play limited with no lands. So let's see what the prize is. 2 boosters. That's fun. I take it all back. Let's go crack those boosters. I've got a whole bunch of core set, but let's see some rivals boosters. Getting closer to my wild cards, which is going to get erased on Monday. And I got the Deadeye Brawler, Death Touch, Dead Man's Chest, and then we've got Gold Wild Card, another Dead Man's Chest. Okay. So let's play a little Momir's Madness. That's a weird, fun... That's a weird and fun way to play. Hey, Arturo del Pozo! How are you? I just saw that you joined. Welcome. You just saw me lose really bad on draft. I don't even want to talk about it. So instead we're going to play some Momir draft. This is such a crazy way to play. So what do we got here? Now, it works great. This works best when you are the first player, but I got the second player, and ooh, I got a 3/3, amazing. Each opponent may search the library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield, and tap. Okay, well, I get a 3/3, but then they get an extra land. That's interesting. So for a 1-drop, so I don't know about that. Butterfingers. So, how was your week? They get a 2/2. Okay, great. I'm gonna start to bring something else. I get a land. Of course, it's always gonna be a land. So that's so funny. With Momir, explore creatures are horrible. Now they were already up to 4. And this really is about a race. Okay, so then they've got a 4/3 in the air. It cannot block, however. It can only block creatures with flying. So I have no flyers. So this is game over for me. Okay, there's a flyer. Now if this is a race, maybe I can get there. But they're going to go up in the air with a 4/3. What did this do again? I gain a life, they lose a life. Okay, great. 5/4, and they just gained a huge amount of life. All right. Can control a target creature. Nice. All right. Well, I can grab whatever they're about to summon. Amazing. What is it again? Gain control of target creature until end of turn. It gains haste. Okay, well, whatever you're going to bring, it is now mine. Okay, I've got your 6/6. No flyers, that's fine. I wish that had some amount of power. Now that has trample. So I'm going to take their 6 plus my 4 plus a 3. For some reason, I thought that was going to be game, but I don't know, my math is bad. So I'm dead. -1 until end of turn. Well, it's just until end of turn. So that Dryad was actually worse for me. Just get it over with. You won. Whatever. What are you doing? Next game. So let's see if you get better. Now, really, Momir works the best when you're the first person playing. Let's see who goes first here. And that Dryad actually was not that great. So I always go first. It doesn't hurt to have something already on the field, like a 1/2, and I can create servos. So, Arturo, have you ever played Momir on Arena? It's a really weird format. They're experimenting by putting a lot of formats out there, which is cool. Draw a card, lose a life, but it's just a land. I guess that's good. Let's see, we can get rid of an mountain. Got a flyer, nice lifelink. No, just flying. Quick play. Yeah, the free quick play is good to start to build gold and do quests and to get used to the game. And that's a 3/2 with raid. That's kind of cool that they have that. So I'm going to have to kill it because we don't need that extra advantage. Should I have a blocker now? Okay, well, I'll go with that. That was really great value right there. Got 2 for 1. Improvise in the air. On Monday, you will lose that gold. Yeah, you're going to lose everything because they're going to wipe everything. Okay, so I need at least 2 right there, so we'll go with 3. I guess, I can either create more servos. We'll do this. We'll do 2. Keep 2 red open for when they attack in the air. And they have that critter. That's good. I don't know, is this too much strategy from Momir? Usually you just want to get the biggest creatures that you can. For flyer. Yes, if you attack in the air, I can make it stronger. Alright, so... Okay, so I can keep my 2 red open. They're going to come in with a big old flyer. All I can do is make it into a 3. That's fine. We'll see how this works. I get a horrific 1/1. So I've got plenty of creatures, I've got the numbers, but I'm just playing a game of waiting for them to do something, and I don't like to be reactive in games. I'm usually an active person, and now they've got so much mana. All right, like I said, Momir is really all about going first because you have the first play advantage. So, while we're waiting for the next match, so here's the next card. Here's another cool vintage card. This is Neckrite. This came from the original Fallen Empires set, which was 1994, but this is the reprint for 5th edition. It's a 2/2. It's a Thrall. Then what we have is sacrifice the Neckrite to do stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me play something here. So again, playing in second on Momir has a disadvantage. Something weird happened right there. I must have summoned some sort of token that doesn't exist, and I'll never know what happened because nothing happened. Every time I play, what I do is I start to use my mana right away. This time, I'm going to think differently, and I'm going to build up my mana, and then I'm going to do something. Mistato. 3/3 life gain and death touch. That was a lot for nothing. Okay, well, I'm going to start to wrap it up very soon. I'm not in a good mood anymore. So if I don't get first play, I'm going to concede because again the odds of doing well on this are really related to going first or not. I've been playing for about an hour, so it's all up to the algorithm. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go first. I don't know, let's not be so negative. I'm very negative at the moment, but let's give it a shot. Haha, that's the spirit. Yeah, let's be more positive because it's a game and it's fun. But when you don't win, it's so horrible. Okay, when it enters a battlefield or dies, for each kind of counter, there are no counters. You get that many counters. I have no counters, so whatever. And then from here, well, I guess I'll just hit them for 1. Actually, okay, that's fine. And that has vigilance. 2/4 with reach. Enters the battlefield, draw a card for each creature you control with a +1 counter, which there are none, so that's fun. Yeah, Momir can be interesting, but there's so many mechanics that just don't work with it, so I wonder why they don't remove those cards. Like when I summoned a 1/1 last game, and it quickly killed itself because of something, and then there's these explore cards where you're never going to get a... you're never going to get anything besides a land. Why do they have explore cards? Elenda, okay. Well, her point is that she gets stronger when creatures die. So I guess that was some synergy right there. Right, so if they attack with 4 in the air, look at the top 3 cards, put any number of them to your graveyard and the rest. Okay, it's all lands. So this is an example right there of working with the library that is not great. No attack, okay. We have 6. Chromium. Alright, so at least my headache is gone. I had a headache earlier when I started playing. I was up until 2 in the morning playing Paper Magic last night. So, that wasn't fun. Well, it was fun playing, but the headache wasn't fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So now we're going to start to get the big creatures. 5/5 improvise. Why didn't I improvise with this? At the beginning of your end step, each opponent discards a card. Okay, sacrifice an artifact, whatever. So, guess we'll do nothing there. Sacrifice your card. Fun. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. So even if they kill her, she's got lifelink, so I can get some life back. Double blocking, sure. Three, four, five, six, seven, 8. 8 mana. 9/9 Brontodon. Cool. So this is just to get 4 life. Alright, they got up to 9 lands, so here comes Zakama. Ah. That meteor golem, that is so lucky. Nine mana, Zakama. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have my own Zakama. Three, 6, 9. So we have 1 reach, and then 1 reach, and that. Okay, I might win the game. Sure, it'll take out my Zakama, that's fine. But I could summon another. So if I take a 9 hit right there, and it has Vigilance, sure. Now, wait a minute, what's this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So are there no creatures in 10? Okay, well, everyone, thanks for hanging out. That's enough magic. So I gotta get going to. I need to do a little visitation, and okay, thanks for hanging out. What do we get here? All right, so don't forget to head on over to patreon.com/vmcampos, where you can get some cool vintage commander cards for only $2 every month or so. You will get a cool vintage card like Neckrite. This is a throw. Basically, this lets you assassinate another creature. And look at that art. Look at that epic art. That's so scary. Classic art by Ron Spencer. So, okay, everyone, thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube or Patreon, or go down to the bottom over here at the very bottom. See how it says support the stream, tips, and all of that. You can go down there. All right, cool. See you next time.